My name's Andy Crack. I'm Operations Manager at Alexir Packaging. Obviously we're an Alexir partnership, so we have a co-packers down in Uckfield. Started in 1989 in a small warehouse in Hawley. They soon outgrew that and moved to Crawley. We was at Crawley for quite some years. Then we had a fatal machine burnout. One of the printing presses caught alight, which burnt the factory to the ground. We ended up coming here 14 years ago in Edenbridge, Kent, which is probably a good thing because we're massive now, we've grown hugely. When we left Crawley, we were about £9–10 million. This year we're 30 million, let's say 30 million out of Alexir Packaging. We pride ourselves on giving the whole package to the customer. So if a customer walks through the door and they want something in a supermarket or any shop, we can do the whole thing from design, right the way up to packaging, right the way up to the printing, the packaging, the whole thing. So it's never going to be an issue, and I think that's why we do so well. It's a big issue because, I'm getting on a bit now, but when I was younger, going into the printing trade was quite rock and roll. You know, everybody wanted to be not everybody, but a lot of people wanted to be a printer, and if you told people you were a printer, it was a good trade to be in. Nowadays, I don't think the youth really see getting their hands dirty a massive bonus, but what we've decided to do, probably 4 years ago now, 3–4 years ago, was we do a temp to perm. So we have a temp agency that supplies with young lads, young girls, whoever, even 30, 40, 45-year-old men, women, it's not a problem. They'll come in, they'll do 12 weeks with us. If they do well, we'll keep them on, we'll employ them, but within them 12 weeks, we'll find out what their pluses are, what their negatives are. If we feel one of them's ready to go onto a machine, we'll put them on a machine and start training them up. So I can tell you these are very successful. It's been very successful. It's the only way really we've managed to go through COVID and keep our numbers up for printers, cutters, gluers, anything really. We have had, for instance, one young man come through, started in Stripping Bay. He's now close to running the Koenig and Bauer. He's probably 6 months off of being fully qualified. Overall, I've got 8 now because one's come out of his time now. So for us, that's the best thing to do. Yeah, when we first become an employee-owned business, I don't think any of us really quite knew what it meant. I think for us, it was just a name. But I believe that people are now really starting to jump on that, and they're really putting the effort in throughout the business. It's been fantastic. Yeah, it's been a real bonus for us. I think that was the exact point. The exact point is we had a lot of people coming to us. They wanted a package, they wanted a better carton worker, but they also wanted it designed. They wanted the plastics inside of it. They wanted all parts of the packaging, and they wanted it packed, and they wanted it delivered to the supermarket. So you could potentially have someone sitting at home designing a carton, coming up with a good idea, and then we would take over and do the rest. Yeah, key trends are a lot of customers, they're moving away from plastic. They're trying to get away from plastic. So we're trying to design cartons that remove plastic. They may still have a small percentage of plastic in them, but the percentage of the plastic is probably 5% as opposed to 100%. So yeah, that's the key one for us. Well, I can't speak for the other companies. Obviously, I can only speak for us. We're absolutely flying. It's mainly the UK market. We seem to be growing constantly at the moment. And as I said to you before, with all of our businesses going back 10 years, we were probably half of the turnover we are now, which is an incredible climb. I don't really see it stopping, if I'm honest. Yeah, 100%. As I said to you before, 14 years ago we were 10, now we're 30, and I should imagine that a lot of the other carton factories are doing the same thing. It's a lot of it is to come back to get rid of plastics and recyclable goods. I wouldn't say that we don't have a lot of robots within this factory. We do a very varied amount of cartons, massively different. So we couldn't have loads of robots sitting around doing the jobs of people. But I would say that the machinery has become more automated. It's become more computerised. We do have some automation on the printing presses and the cut and crease machines, but no, not massively yet. I do. I think AI is becoming a big thing now, and I think that the robots and other bits that go with this are becoming more and more technical, and I do believe it will become part of it. Yeah, the reason for buying the KBA was quite simple. We'd outgrown our machinery we had. We needed to go faster, we needed better quality, more flexibility. So I spent just over a year checking our competitors out from Koenig, Bauer and other such machine manufacturers, and come to the conclusion that the Koenig Bauer was by far the best carton machine on the market. We've bought probably still the most advanced printing press in Europe, 8 colours, twin coaters. We can do any special effect, anything you want. It's an incredible piece of machine. Yeah, once again, I did probably 11, close to 12 months of looking for cut and crease machines. I didn't just go to Koenig Bauer. That's not right for the business to do that. But the conclusion still came back to Koenig Bauer. Their Cut Pro Q is probably the best built machine on the market at the moment. And their attitudes and their service and everything about them is completely different to their competitors. I believe that's a big part of it. Anything we have any problems with that, they'll straight in, they'll sort it out. They're always willing to listen. It's good. They're a good company. Yeah, no, you can use it for most jobs. I don't see that being an issue. But the main reason we look for a new machine, strong machine, well-built machine, was because we do a lot of halo pack, which is 800 micron board, and it's a strong machine and it blanks, and yeah, it's perfect for that. We had it running top speed on that, so that's impressive. I would say that you can produce anything on it, and you can produce anything on the other machines we've got. It's all about speed. Trying to get £30 million through this factory is always a task. So you need that speed and you need that machine to keep running, and that's what it's doing. They are dual training their mechanics, which is great news for us. If we ring up and we have an issue, we have a mechanic basically the same day or the next morning, which we don't get from other people. You're dealing with the same people, they're enthusiastic, they're wanting you to do well. It's more of a partnership really than anything else. Obviously for myself, I'd like all new machinery, I'd like faster machinery, better machinery, of course I would. But I'd say for Alexir packaging, I'd probably say this year we'll probably grow between 15 and 20%, which is huge. We seem to have just become a lot better at flow and getting the work out the door. Everyone seems to have lifted, so.